How would you describe the borderline? Can you give us a definition of how you would?
The main difference between the NPD and let's say BPD is with the narcissist. I mentioned earlier, the most important thing is the grandiose sense of self. Now, this is really important because this is a structure that develops in the mind that really holds together a fragmented sense of self. And you may have heard this concept before of splitting. You know, when people go to like everything is all great or everything is all bad, you're either with me or you're completely against me. All personality disorders, they have this fragmented sense of self. That's why the ultimate goal of treatment is what I consider to be integration, integrating split off parts of the self that get projected onto other people. With the narcissist, they do have the grandiosity, and it forms a little bit more of a cohesive structure. Whereas with the borderline, those who don't have comorbidity with narcissism, they don't have the grandiose self to hold them together. So what you see in essence, what you will witness living with somebody like this, they're more quickly to oscillate between loving and hating, where the narcissist can be very dismissive. So a lot of the garden variety narcissists, if they feel slighted, they have the grandiosity. So they don't always even, they're like, your opinion doesn't mean anything. They could dismiss you and they could go on with their day because they think they're great and your opinion doesn't mean anything. But the borderline, however, they're much more fragile. See, they don't have that grandiosity. So what you do, even if you don't smile at them the right way, they feel deeply wounded. If you don't hold the door open, they feel deeply wounded. And then there's that quick oscillation and they begin to collapse. So that's the main distinguishing factor between the two is unless there's comorbidity, they don't have that grandiose structure to hold them together. And that's why the narcissist can do relatively well in life. They could have a job. They could be the CEO, whereas with the borderline, you don't typically see that, you know, because they tend to decompensate more readily.